Hi guys, thank you for tuning in to a new episode about the Japanese STF uniforms in Nick Airsoft. In this video we're going to talk about a little bit about an unconventional design at the moment, but also a very interesting design. The AK-74 platform converted to a BULLPUP design. The Ukrainian Special Forces are the only units are using this weapon at the moment. So I have a video right here beside me, and then we're going to watch it at the same time. And I'm also going to say, with some footage from 2017 and some pictures from the internet. This video is in disclaimer, this is not mine, this is from someone else. I put everything in the link down below if you want to see it for yourself, but it is in Ukrainian, so I cannot understand Ukrainian, but I can understand what they are trying to say. So let's watch the video a little bit and let's see what they are going to say. But before we do that, hit the bell notification button, like this video, subscribe to this channel. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this AK BULLPUP design of Milkov, if I say it correctly. This is an interesting design, using a receiver from an AK-74 and convert it to a BULLPUP design, and that's really interesting. So let's watch this video for a moment and then see which part is the most interesting when we go to stop.
Евгений на фронте с первых дней и со своим автоматом не расстается. Говорит, его 40-летний Калашников никогда осечек не давал, но обновлять выданное оружие вынужден за свой счет или просить помощи у волонтеров.
Здесь специальная такая резинка для кучности стрельбы. Она устанавливается на пружину. И после этого меньше затвор щелкает. И более приятно работать. То есть плюс еще глушитель.
Okay, in this part the person is talking about how the AK-74 with a folding stock and also a grenade launcher and a silencer on it is a good weapon, I think, but it has some downsides, of course. It has no options for a rail system because the dust cover is the first part to remove it, and it's more fragile. So it is not, if you're firing in full automatic, the receiver will woggling around all sides. So most of the time you see receivers, especially scopes and mounts, a little bit more at the front where the iron sight. So a new platform, looking for a new platform variation was already in progress back all the way back in 2003, so far as I'm aware out. So I think the Ukrainians armed forces learned much more than we thought back in 2014 when the Donbass declared themselves independent puppet state of the Russian armed forces. So let's continue to watch this video.
Звук намного тише, то есть работает по звуку как мелкашка.
Но на Красиловском заводе решили, может быть лучше, и бросили вызов привычному автомату.
Отримуємо автомати Калашникова. В нашому підприємстві повністю робимо їхню модернізацію. Створену коробку.
This person, the old man in a suit, must be the developer of the president of the company who has developed this BULLPUP design. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I cannot speak Ukrainian at all. But it is very interesting to see at the same time that they are looking at to develop the huge stockpile of AK-74 platforms or AK-47 models converted to a BULLPUP design. If you have thousands or even millions lying around and they come obsolete by the day, and you think, hey, we can maybe reuse this variation, the receiver especially, and let's restock it and let's rebuild it from scratch a little bit, but reusing the old receiver to a BULLPUP design. I do not know this the inventor of the BULLPUP design, but the journalist has some question about why they decided to go with it.
Коробка остається на підприємстві, яку ми повністю обрізаємо, перерізаємо, нарізаємо різьбу, ствольну коробку також ріжемо.
В результате модернизации Калашников превращается в стрелковое оружие натовских стандартов.
Okay, here we see definitely that this person is from the army. I'm not 100% sure again, but he's testing this weapon for disassembly and firing position, and we saw for a few moments that he has assembled his weapon again and he's ready to fire. Let's see how they do.
Автомат «Малыш». Главная особенность автомата – это
Okay, that's really actually not bad. I'm not in weapon expertise, but shooting with one hand and then still controllability and then shooting at the target at 50 meters or 80 meters, I think, is still pretty impressive. And then ambidextrous system at the both sides when you have recocking the system. Then it is also really impressive for left-handed and right-handed shooters. But also there is one problem. Left-handed shooters will have the shell casing in their face, but so there is a sort of a cover so that the shell is rejecting the other side down. If you are left and they shoot not in the face but a little bit more to the right, so it will not fire in your face if you are left-handed or you go into the corner and you have gone to go left-handed. So that's really interesting.
Компоновка по системе BULLPUP. Ударный механизм и магазин расположены за спусковым крючком. Это позволяет уменьшить отдачу и улучшить кучность, а значит точность стрельбы. Инженеры уверяют, малыш значительно превосходит предшественника.
Наличие 3 планок Пикатини, вот видите, первая верхняя позволяет установить сразу несколько прицелов. Боковая планка Пикатини позволяет разместить здесь фонарики, лазерный целеуказатель. В отличие от автомата Калашникова, замена магазина здесь осуществляется довольно-таки просто и быстро. И сброс происходит кнопкой.
So here we see a few advantages in the BULLPUP design from the AK BULLPUP. Rails system on every side for red dot system, flashlight and hand grip for more controllability. Here he also using a 5.45 magazine for an AK-74 platform. When the hand grip, what we see he has on the right hand from the pistol grip, we definitely see would not that be difficult to put your magazine in. The AK-47 banana split, yeah, that will be maybe more difficult. I have not seen that doing that someone.
Он короче. Второе, он сбалансирован. Вы же видите, я вот удерживаю одной рукой. Я могу даже подсоединить полный магазин. И при этом у меня управление оружием как...
Here he is showing how balanced it is, and he also puts some 2 different magazines in it relatively quickly without much looking at it and much in a combat standard position. And still, it is mostly balanced if I can see it right. And yeah, really impressive.
Обычным пистолетом, что с правой руки, что с левой. Второе. Как я уже говорил, органы управления все перемещены к рукоятке. Здесь находится предохранитель, который управляется одним пальцем. Дальше спусковой крючок и кнопка выдачи магазина. Снимаете с предохранителя, заряжаете и готовы к стрельбе.
Система така ж сама, як і на К. Я не супроводжую.
Бросаете, да. Да, все. Да. Снимайте и огонь. Чуть выше.
Well, here's the shooter is getting trained with this AK platform BULLPUP model, and we can see weapon above and put a magazine in it. So he's training with it, and he's quite impressed. I think that it is mostly balanced. The shooting is the more interesting because I have seen he has fired semi-automatic and then full automatic, but we do not see exactly how he's going to do the switch from semi-automatic to full automatic. The AK platform is at the dust cover version, so I do think they have also put a selector switch not far from the trigger itself. I'm not 100% sure, but I do think that's the case, what we've seen here.
В принципі, віддачі взагалі не відчуваю. На АК вона так відкидає, і тут дуже приємно, немає цього відчуття підкидання вгору і вправо.
В данном изделии отдача уменьшена порядка где-то в 2-2,5 раза. За счет чего? За счет того, что мы здесь применили свой механизм газоотвода, совмещен с механизмом перезаряжания. У автомата Калашникова импульс отдачи в 3 раза превышает необходимый.
Конструктори розрахували мінімальний необхідний імпульс для відкидання затвору і перезаряджання та розробили новий газорозподільний механізм, який скидає надлишкові порохові гази в атмосферу. Нерідко систему BULLPUP звинувачують в тому, що під час стрільби порохові гази загазовують обличчя стрільцеві. Однак у цій системі за рахунок певних технічних рішень ця проблема відсутня апріорі. Система охолодження на автоматі Малюк не лише робить стрільбу комфортною, а й збільшує заявлений виробником
In this footage we can see that the person who is shooting it speak in Ukrainian to explain things. Like I said, I do not understand it, but we can definitely see that he's using a silencer, and we see how he used a selector switch the same way as an AK-74 model in a traditional way. So the silencer definitely gives some noise, but not much compared to without a silencer.
10-тисячний ресурс мінімум у 2 рази.
Цевье оно сделано таким образом, чтобы здесь были пустые полости, которые позволяют производить вентиляцию оружия во время стрельбы. При производстве выстрела ствол нагревается, горячий воздух начинает подниматься кверх, стремиться к этим отверстиям. Соответственно, что по законам физики холодный воздух начинает затягиваться в ручку и интенсивно охлаждает ствол.
Серійна партія автоматів «Малюк» зараз проходить піддослідну експлуатацію в спецпідрозділах України. Там його юзають у максимально складних умовах. «Малюк» стріляє навіть після занурення в калюжу та закопування в землю. До кінця травня 2016 року мають завершитися всі державні випробування, а вже в кінці серпня, початку вересня «Малюк» має бути прийнятий на озброєння.
Well, I'm not totally expert on the AK platform, but I have seen different videos that it is the most reliable weapon in the history. Some say it is not so reliable, but I try to stay neutral as possible in this problem, because the AK has some more advantages compared to the M16 platform, and the M16 has some more advantages compared to the AK platform. It is very difficult to say. Both weapons have their advantages and disadvantages. It is every weapon platform. Goes to a new design like the G36 or the FM-FAL version in the smaller variation. But going into the mod test, that is also really difficult to say. Actually, like I said, I'm not an expert on the AK platform, but testing in water and mud conditions in the Ukrainian, because there is always more mud than we think. So the weapons must be rugged as possible, so the AK receiver will be the most efficient to use it. Even the M16 has also some advantages, but I will let you decide that. Not me. You have more maybe expertise about this. I'm just showing you this new design and what my own opinion is.
В зависимости от того, какие стоят задачи, он комплектуется глушителем своим интегрированным, рукояткой переноса огня, тоже по выбору, какой заказывает заказчик, коллиматорный прицел и механические складывающиеся прицелы, а также фонарик.
Сьогодні «Малюк» випускають в пострадянських калібрах 5,45х39 і 7,62х39 мм, але є і натовські модифікації з поліпшеними балістичними характеристиками. Український автомат може комплектуватися магазином на 30 або 45 набоїв. Надійністю «Малюк» не поступається навіть калашу, при цьому має значно вищі характеристики.
Well, this part we definitely can see the receiver from the AK platform, where the bolt is and where the shell rejecting. But we see also sort of a cover in the back. That is also, I really think, and most of you will also think that's for if you are left-handed, the cartridges will shoot in the other direction instead towards your face. The M16 platform, the M4 has also this version of block system is attached to it, so that the shell rejecting will go in the other direction and not towards your face. Firing in compact conditions, especially in car variations for special forces, and then switching magazines while still firing, that's a little bit impressive. The BULLPUP designs have some record of more balance, because the bolt system is more in the back and there is also some more front weight, so there is more balance into it. At the same time, he's also reloading before the other person blocks the view of it. And then it goes on full automatic. So I don't think there is a selector switch at the trigger system, but more at the back with the traditional AK platform.
Наприклад, цей зразок легший і коротший за австрійський AUK A3, а довжиною ствола поступається лише ізраїльському Тавор TAR-21. Скорострільністю «Малюк» поступається лише бельгійському FN F2000.
По боевой эффективности он превосходит существующее стрелковое оружие, которое есть сейчас на вооружении украинской армии.
Here do we see 3 different BULLPUP designs. The first one is a Steyr AUK model from Austria, built from Steyr itself. The second one is built in Israel. I do not exactly know the name of it, but it's a very popular weapon and is mainly used by their Israeli defense forces, and it's really good for their environment. It's even a shorter model, a sort of a carbine version. And we saw also an FN of an F2000 model. So that is the most unpopular model. I do understand why actually, because of the shell rejecting system is going down a tube system. If it has mud into it, yeah, then you have some problems into it. So there are some countries using this as a frontline weapon or for special forces operation. But yeah, even for me it is an interesting design. This is one of also my most last favorite weapon. If I'm going to combat and there is an F2000 lying around and enough ammunition from M16 platform of the PMAX, for example, yeah, I will definitely use the weapon if there is no other choice. Close quarters combat, it comes more and more regular, and we definitely see how the fighting goes on. So BULLPUP designs have definitely some futuristic into it. So I do hope you have enjoyed this video for a while and showing a new futuristic about an AK platform that is converted to a BULLPUP design, and that is really interesting. So I do hope that you will do also more research about this weapon, because so far as I know there are not so many footage out there. Yeah, there is many footage, but mostly in Ukrainian and not much in English. But it is a really interesting design. So I do hope you have enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this BULLPUP design. Is it a waste of money and weapons design to go from traditional weapon to a futuristic AK platform? Or is it just really amazing that they instead of buying new weapons, they stayed with 5.45 caliber with the AK magazines that they have plenty in stock and converted some of them into a BULLPUP design? Would this weapon be maybe the standard weapon for the armed forces? Who knows? I do hope that this war will be soon over as soon as possible. This war is still unjustified, an invasion. Russia still says it is not an invasion. No war announced in the state media. It is a special operation. But they do want to submit Ukraine. But instead of getting their results that they want, Ukraine is getting more united, Europe is united, Finland and Sweden are considering joining NATO instead of more dividing nations fighting amongst each other, but Russia has united most part of the world. So I do hope you have enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comment sections down below what you think about this sword. I do hope you have enjoyed this video again. Please hit the bell notification button, like this video, and subscribe and share this video with your friends and family. What you think about this BULLPUP design. It is a really interesting one. I do hope one day there is an airsoft variation of it. So like this video and subscribe, and see you next time.